Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oaf Discussions, OAF, Only as a Fan, brought to you by Kuntry Noiz, with your hosts Kid Swift and Thoroughbred Webb, where each week we will bring you views on music, movies, and video games. For all things Kuntry Noiz, hit at KN_Nation on Twitter, Kuntry Noiz on YouTube and Facebook, and KuntryNoiz.com. Sit back and enjoy the show. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Oaf Discussions. Like we said last time, we are back. And if you watch this first, then like we said this time, we are back. I'm Kid Swift.
This is Thoroughbred Webb.
And today, on this segment, we are going to be talking about movies. All kinds of movies and such. Comic book movies. All kinds of things. We got so many fixings. But yeah, it's obviously since the last time we really went in depth on movies, it's been a lot of stuff that has happened, stuff that has came out, stuff that we've seen, stuff that I still haven't seen. That's pretty bad, but that's just me.
That's cool.
Yeah, what up, man? So first off, we're gonna start with the most recent, I guess you could say, craziness, and then work our way back. That's the way we do it. So first off, Star Wars 7 has started filming. Started filming Tuesday before last, from when this date is, which I won't tell you. But no, it started filming last Tuesday from when we're recording this, so it's only been filming about a week and a half. But of course, ever since they started filming,
you're really making them have to put some guesswork in when we
right?
recorded
When did
this.
they record this damn episode? So if you're watching the movie and you're listening to this on, if you're watching the movie on DVD or Blu-ray, hopefully by now, then you've listened to this episode way too late. That's just the way it works. If Star Wars 7 is on Blu-ray, you
this
are
podcast in a time capsule.
Right, yeah, you are way behind. But anyways, ever since obviously they started shooting, which everybody knew was going to happen, every little bit of news, tidbit, casting information, pictures from the set has been insanity. I guess the latest thing that I've seen is, I didn't know this, but I was hoping something was going to happen, but I hadn't heard anything. James Earl Jones is not connected to the new ones at all. So, no Darth Vader. No original Darth Vader. Probably
No voice.
Yeah, no voice of Darth Vader. So we can pretty much sketch that out. But on a good note, which I guess you could call it, that's kind of sad news, because you always want the kind of the originals. They obviously are going to have the original three, which I think there's more actually starting to pop up, but three of the main characters, Leia, Luke, and Solo, are all coming back, so that's pretty cool. And then also one of the other pictures that released, I think like a matter of days ago, which is, you're still trying to figure out this date, aren't you? Is they actually showed some rumored set photos of them building the Millennium Falcon, which was pretty cool. Crazy. So yeah, been a lot of wild stuff. I mean, as far as with the old ones that have passed, the new ones that have came out, are you excited for this as much as most people are?
I don't know about excited.
Yeah,
is the best way to put it. I mean, I grew up around Star Wars.
Right.
I remember,
yeah, exactly.
I remember watching Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back as a toddler.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, I will watch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just not as hyped about it as I was. I guess because the prequels, episode 1, 2, and 3, just kind of put a little.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like where a lot of people are.
So, I mean, as far as, do we really need to continue it? Do we really need to go as far as we need to go with this in that sense? So
if you say it like that, I'd say probably not. Yeah. But I mean, that could be said about a lot of things.
Right. So why can't we just leave it at the original 3, or
right,
4, 5, and 6 in this sense?
Yeah.
But I got some. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah, right.
Point blank. I mean, either way. So I mean,
like
I'm not. There's no way I'm not gonna watch it. But
I feel like you could talk to the biggest Star Wars hater, and they would still say that exact thing. It was like, man, I'm not really worried about it, but I'm still gonna watch it.
Star Trek for life.
Right, yeah.
But I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it though. I ain't gonna like it. I'm gonna watch it. I'll be there.
But nah. Yeah, in the sense, I'm kind of excited as far as them adding a little more female diversity to it.
I like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So with I forget the chick from Game of Thrones.
Can't think of her name. We'll probably get
maybe a Gwendolyn. I don't recall.
Yeah, if we mess it up, don't scream at the laptop or whatever you're watching us on right now.
So I should have put more thought into that. And also, Lupita Nyong'o is cast in there.
Yep.
And I thought that was kind of dope.
Which one's Lupita Nyong'o?
From 12 Years a Slave.
That's right. Yeah.
Who's been who everybody been talking about at the red carpet, red carpet.
Yeah,
right. Like, she looks so elegant. She looks so beautiful.
Right.
Look, she has natural hair.
Right.
It's just like,
why'd you say that last?
Yeah, I was like, I like that y'all are drawing attention to her, but I don't like
where you going with this.
Where you going with this?
Yeah, she's a great actor. Absolutely. The funny thing was one of the people that I saw that like I'm pretty excited about was I can't think of his name. I feel bad, but my dude from Attack the Block is one of the main guys. Younger dude,
main dude. Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but I was kind of excited about that. I mean, it's a lot of new people, which I like. No kind of like recycling or trying to rejuvenate like what was past already, like trying to like move forward with it. And it's funny because like with the whole Star Wars thing, like after asking you that question, like it kind of like,
was it John Boyega?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's a lot of conflicting, I guess. On one side it's like, hey, I'm excited, and then on the other side it's like, why are you excited? And this is the reason why I'm excited, but this is at the same time the reason why I'm like kind of like weary about it. Like on one hand I'm excited because the biggest thing that was funny, like when I first heard they were gonna do it, the biggest thing that kind of got me like, okay, yeah, I'll definitely be there ready to go, is when Abrams got confirmed. Because what he did with Star Trek, I never was a Star Trek person. Like as far as the shows go, I never watched them. That was just me. I never watched them. But he made
Next Generation was my shit.
Yeah, he made me a Star Trek fan. Yeah. Which is awesome. The way they're done, they're great. So I know he's going to do good with this. On the other side, like you said, one of the things that kind of has me kind of like let's see what happens is, one, the fact that what we just kind of had to deal with the last three. They all weren't bad, but there were some bad times in that mix. Definitely, sometimes where I mean, Jar Jar is enough. That's saying enough. Like what the. But yeah, and then on the other side, one of the things that was like one of the first set pictures that popped up, and one of the, I guess you could say, set videos too, is you see Abrams basically like introducing the charity that they're doing along with the movie, and they have like this, there's like this creature that like walks up beside him, and it's clearly like a man in like a puppet suit, and seeing them getting back to more practical effects as far as like using real people, using people in suits, going to locations instead of using CGI or green screen, that's, I think, going to make a huge difference. And before they even like confirmed like all the cast and everything, one of the first things they said was like, they were like, special effects, blowing stuff up is not what we're focused on. We're way more focused on the story and doing something that's going to be like strong, powerful story-wise. So I'm like, hey, you're saying all the right things. Let's see if you execute. But yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of where I'm at. I think it's where everybody is. I think everybody's like, well, this really didn't have to happen, but okay, you're doing it. Cool, you got Abrams. I'm still going to be over here keeping my eye on you just in case you get crazy. Right. Because, I mean, Disney is still behind it, so they might wild out.
I don't know. I mean,
I trust Disney.
I mean, Disney's kind of backed off as far as Marvel Studios goes.
I do. Yeah, right, exactly. And that's the nice thing about it. And the funny thing is, and this is off the movie topic, but yeah, they backed off as far as Marvel goes. But the funny thing that somebody made a comment is that moment you know that Disney owns ESPN is when what is it, Maleficent? Yeah. Preview introduces the players to the playoff games. So basically they wove the Maleficent like trailer into like the introducing the players thing, and like the whole battle in Maleficent was like the battle between the players, and it was weird.
Like how they always do with other movies that's coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah, but now Disney owns ESPN, so they use that. It's wild. Disney's got a big hold on entertainment, like pretty much across the board. Yeah, I didn't know that one.
About to monopolize it.
Right, so exactly.
It's crazy.
But yeah, as far as that goes, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at on Star Wars. But what I know you've seen way more than I have, but I can still pretty much talk to the main points of the movies that have came out recently that I missed. So we'll just fire off the names and just go through them a little bit. But X-Men, Days of Future Past.
I'm watching that tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm watching that tomorrow.
I haven't seen that one yet either, so that's one we're on. Cap 2.
Oh,
haven't
yes.
seen that.
I have, yes. That is, well, a side note, I guess, the opinion on it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a nice continuation of Avengers.
Yeah.
Or it's a really damn good movie.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
I would recommend going in and watching. It's a good continuation.
Yeah.
And to an extent, in my opinion, I think I liked Captain America 2 better than I liked the Avengers.
A lot of people said that.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that, like, from everything, like, I still haven't seen the movie, but from everything I've heard, I'm not one to, like, be like, oh, don't ruin it for me, because I usually, like, try to keep up with, like, comics and stuff and, like, past comics, so I try to, like, the storylines I pretty much know.
Right.
It's as far as, like, enjoying the execution, so I can do that even if I talk with somebody about how it turned out. So as far, that was like the biggest thing, and I was kind of like worried about it at first. I don't know why, but I always like to have this kind of like, let's see, because I always worry, because I'm so, as far as like liking comics and comic book movies, etc., and everything, this stuff that we're passionate about, we're kind of always like, how are they going to do this, and hope to God they do it right, because we've seen so many instances where it's been like, what the fuck were y'all doing? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, you had the script. It was already wrote. It had pictures in it. How did you mess it up? Like, it's insane. It drives me crazy. But like, I was kind of, then when like the first thing I saw, like when it came out, was IGN's review, and I think they gave it like a 9. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's way higher than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And then like I kept like hearing people going to see it, and like, it's great, it's amazing. Winter Soldier's awesome. Everybody in the movie's awesome. Like, it's great, it's good. They kept with like the kind of 70s, 60s espionage spy kind of like flavor that they had in like the comics and stuff. Like, that kind of stuff, story wise, I think is awesome. The fact that they pulled it off the way they did that's great. I'm super excited for how it is, and I'm super excited to see like that continuation, and then going into Guardians, which is like the one that I'm like,
I'm still on the fence.
Ridiculously excited for.
I'm still on the fence about
That's
Guardians.
I love that storyline. I'm hoping the movie does it justice, but from what just from the previews, the characters are, I don't think you can get any better than the people that they've cast.
Right.
So that's good. It's Guardians, so that's good. Let's just hope the story is actually substantial, because it could easily just fall flat. Mm-hmm. It could.
And this is Marvel Studios' most experimental movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
with, so.
And a lot of people. It's so funny. Like, when I talk to people about like people are just now like, oh, I just saw that the new Marvel comic book movie with Raccoon in it. I didn't know that was a thing. And I'm like what the and then I forget, like, okay, yeah, this is like like you said, it's the most experimental one. This is kind of like
most obscure.
This is the left field, but it's funny how much it ties into everything else.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's so important.
It's way out there.
Yeah.
But once you go to it, it's gonna bring everything together.
And I think
bringing it back around. Yeah.
This is the movie. The thing that I like about it too is I think this will be like the comic book, as far as a Marvel movie, that'll make all of the like mainstream, newer, I guess you could say, comic book movie fans, not really, I guess you could say comic book fans, kind of like might even go back after, if it's good, we'll go back and be like, let me dig a little bit deeper and see exactly where these storylines go. Because if this is like this, what the hell else is out there? What other characters have I not been introduced to? And just wait, we got Doctor Strange coming. I mean, we got that kind of stuff. We got Ant-Man, hopefully someday, if somebody fucking direct it. Nobody wants to direct it.
Yeah. Well, it ain't nobody. It ain't that nobody wants to direct it. It's just Edgar Wright, aka the dude that was in a lot of Simon Pegg, Nick Frost movies.
Yeah.
Had a helm in that.
Yeah.
He didn't like the rewrites that were being done to the movie, to the Ant-Man movie.
Right. Yeah.
Which that sucks to hear that. As far as and Ant-Man, kind of playing. I mean, he was one of the founding Avengers.
Yep.
And he's not even going to be able to be having the credit of creating Ultron. The one thing I don't like regarding the Marvel Studios storyline is that Tony Stark is now the Wolverine of Marvel Studios. How basically the X-Men movies have centered around Wolverine almost from beginning to end, with the exception of First Class.
Yeah, right.
Like, and there's other characters, but no, we're on Wolverine, just with Wolverine.
Yeah.
And so in this sense, I kind of see like with the storylines, once Iron Man, I mean, granted, that was their flagship, that was their very first movie that came out. Excuse me. As far as once Iron Man came out, it was just kind of, well, let's let this all be about Iron Man.
Right, exactly.
Like with Avengers, hell, that was, in my opinion, that was Iron Man 3 with supporting characters.
Yeah.
In a sense, I mean, it's still a good movie. I still love it.
Yeah.
But in the sense, it felt like, hell, Iron Man was the one that saved the day.
He was. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Even though I guess you could argue that if Hulk hadn't snapped, it wouldn't have gave him.
Yeah.
I guess but at the same time, he's the one that like was about to sacrifice himself. So yeah, and I think like the thing when I think about like the Iron Man thing, as far as like Marvel, and then like the X-Men thing, as far as that goes, it's funny.
Fox.
With Fox.
Get it together, man.
Yeah, Fox. We need to get y'all need to get in the same room and shake hands.
Sony
and eat cake
too.
Or something.
Sony too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we got to get that whole separation, these dividers, these cubicles that we have up between these three is fucking retarded, and it's keeping shit divided in a weird way. That's why we got fucking Quicksilver over here, and then we got another Quicksilver over here.
But you can't call him Quicksilver.
Yeah, you can't call him Quicksilver.
You gotta call them the twins.
Oh my god!
Can't call him a mutant, but you can in the other movie.
It's so retarded. Like that's insane. But anyway.
How come somebody mentioned a lot of times, like, how come the Avengers are applauded for having superpowers, but the X-Men are hated and racist and all this?
Right.
Yeah. Not racist, but
Right, exactly. But the funny thing is, Specious. Xenophobe. Yeah, right. I think maybe initially, I don't think they knew. They probably were like, okay, we're going to do, this is what we want to do with phase 1 of the Marvel movies. We've got Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr. We got Thor. We got Thor, and then we have Captain America. We've got the people playing them. Let's see who kills it. Now, obviously, they probably didn't use those words, but let's see what happens, and we'll kind of build around whoever the audience attaches to.
Well, still, in that sense, Iron Man was the most fleshed out of those movies. Like,
absolutely.
As far as phase 1 goes,
yeah.
Thor felt like not an afterthought. Like, I've said this on episodes before, and
very light.
It was very light, and it was just kind of like, all right, here he is. This is what happens. This is what he does. This is his tie-in to Earth. Mm-hmm. All right, let's wait. All right, let's bring him back for Avengers. Captain America. This is where he is. This is who he is. This is how he came about. This is why all of a sudden he's from the Great Depression era.
Right. Yeah. Prohibition. Like, wait a minute.
Prohibition era.
Right. Yeah.
And now he was in the modern world. Now we can bring him into Avengers. I mean, those two movies kind of felt like stepping stones. Just let's hurry up and get them out the way.
Exactly.
So people will know who they are, so we can get into Avengers.
Yeah.
As far as Thor 2 and Captain America 2 are phase 2, correct?
Yeah, technically yes. They
okay.
Are phase 2.
Is Iron Man 3 a part of phase 2?
Yes, I think basically the way it was, I think even Iron Man 2 might have been. I think Iron Man 2 and 3 were part of phase 2. So was Thor 2 and Captain. Iron Man 2 was part of phase 1.
Okay, yeah, because that was
before Avengers. Basically, Avengers started
was the end of phase 1.
Exactly, okay. And then starting phase 2. They've got it planned out to like 2026 or something crazy. Each phase. I forgot exactly the numbers. But the thing I guess I was getting at was trying to make it, I guess you could say, maybe in a kind of like quote unquote, I don't want to say maybe there's hope, because nothing, I fucking love the way Robert Downey Jr. plays Iron Man, and I love Iron Man. But I guess you could say like he killed it. Everybody was like, he fucking awesome. It's Tony Stark. I like this. Let's put him kind of like as the quote unquote leader. Let's kind of focus around him as far as like the way we pin our next script. But at the same time, you had, like you said, you got on the X-Men side Wolverine. is in that same position. But with Days of Future Past, one of the things I've seen, even though we haven't seen it yet, is that it seems almost like they're on the verge of this kind of like handoff. And a lot of people have been talking about, like, the biggest question was, if they let her, could Mystique, Jennifer Lawrence, lead, be like the main focus X-Men as far as like in the movies? If we get to that point where inevitably, what's the name, stops being Wolverine.
Well, as Rebecca Romaine playing Mystique, I've always felt like she was kind of the secondary focus. It almost always gravitated around them too. They always ended up with the best scenes, the best, usually the best lines.
They say Lawrence goes off.
Okay.
They say her fight scene is ridiculous.
Yeah. So I mean, Rebecca Romaine almost kind of stole the show on X-Men too.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
But I mean, it was still Wolverine's movie.
Yeah, that's very true.
With other mutants nearby.
Right. Yeah. But, and that seems like it's kind of like that. They're like almost like, I guess you could say, very close for some reason. As far as like the way the movies have been written, and they're just kind of like this power, this magnetic, like this energy, like they always seem to be a huge part of the plot, no matter where the movie is. And it's gonna be interesting to see about Apocalypse. Before we get off X-Men, because we obviously spent most of the time on X-Men. Before we move, as far as like Apocalypse, you've heard about what's Apocalypse. Have you seen the end? 20s. Have you seen the end trailer of Apocalypse for like what introduces Apocalypse?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. I've avoided any and everything I've
heard about it, but I won't say anything because I don't want to like put that on here and nobody's seen it yet. As far as like who's listening to this, because that would be messed up. But my biggest question was, what do you think about the rumors of Channing Tatum playing Gambit?
I'm sure that's not a rumor anymore.
Well, I know it's not a rumor. Now they said that he's still not confirmed. He's still waiting to be confirmed. So somebody still could still get it. Somebody else in like a crazy turn of events. But the director likes Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum really wants the part. Channing Tatum is so genuine interest in the part. And Channing Tatum, one of the first things he said was, because he knows this is a big thing upon like comic book readers and like old people who are a fan of the cartoons, he said he could pull off the Creole accent. That was one of the things, exactly what he said pretty much. So he obviously wants it and is passionate about the part, but what do you think he can pull off what is easily one of the favorite X-Men's, period?
If it was still during the Step Up days, then I wouldn't have had any kind of faith in him.
Right.
So
exactly. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So, but I mean, like, as far as his catalog is gone, he's grown. He's not just as far as a pretty face or something like that.
Yeah.
He's comedic. He's got comedic timing. He's able to play serious roles. Yeah. Yeah. So he's got some range to him.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have when he first came around, as far as dancing and doing all this crumping and good
right
or whatever, I wouldn't have had any faith in him.
Right.
But,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do worse than Taylor Kitsch's Gambit. I mean, and Taylor Kitsch wasn't even a terrible Gambit.
He wasn't a bad Gambit. He was in a bad situation.
He was just in a bad movie. He was in a shitty movie.
God, it makes me so mad that that's where we first saw Gambit live action, basically.
Yeah. And even in that, he kind of felt shoehorned in there just because, like, you know what? Y'all wanted a movie with, y'all wanted the X-Men movie with Gambit. Right. Here.
Right.
Take them.
Here's 10 minutes. It's like visiting hours at a prison.
They shoehorned them in there.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, just for plot convenience, and let's not talk about that movie, but
I know. Yeah. Ugh. I think if they did it right, I think you could see him, like, they could do that classic, because they're talking. I mean,
I'm sorry. We're still on the topic of Gambit.
Yeah.
But as far as X-Men casting, there were rumors as far as wanting. It's not. I mean, there's no guarantee that it's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's a possibility that it still can. I would like it. It would be cool in my eyes. But as far as Lupita Nyong'o playing a young Storm,
oh, that would be dope.
because she kind of, I mean, because it makes sense. She's from Africa. She's carried herself with a regality, a regal attitude and all this stuff. I don't even know if I'm using that word right.
I feel like it was right. It sounded good.
So I mean, I could see her pulling it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, put a white wig on her. She could pull it off. Or if she keeps her hair short, she could play the female Black Panther. Or yeah,
that'd be dope.
But anyway, so that was a thought that I just wanted to throw out there as far as casting. But,
and I mean, as far as like back on like, we'll just say because we spent a crap load of time on X-Men, but I mean, this is y'all know this is for the people that have listened and the people that know us. This is like what we love. But as far as like on comic book stuff in general. Not even just movies, but I mean, we talked about X-Men, Spider-Man. You've seen Spider-Man, right?
Yes.
Okay. We've talked about this off the air multiple times.
My thoughts on Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
It was a hell of a lot better than the first one.
Yeah.
I'll say
the
that
first one was good. It was compared to the last ones, I would say.
Compared to Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, this is the same.
Amazing Spider-Man 1 was better than Spider-Man 3. But Amazing Spider-Man 1, in my eyes, was just kind of, why are we doing this? I felt like, why are we doing this? It wasn't even, 5 years?
Yeah, they did that quick. It surprised, actually, I think it surprised a lot of people how quick they were ready for 4.
Just to keep the rights.
Yeah, about to shoot 4, and everybody dropped out, and then like 3 years later, it was like, oh, we got what's name? Wait a minute, we're gonna do another one. What the hell is going on? And we're gonna do the Amazing Spider-Man storyline. What the fuck? Okay, whatever, just do it. And you fuck it up, then I'm not watching any more of your movies. That was basically what everybody was ready for. Do it, and whatever. I don't like you right now, but I'll still watch it. Yeah. It's the same situation.
But Amazing Spider-Man 2 was better than Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Right.
I like it despite all the criticism that's been getting, which, I mean...
It's been a lot.
It's a lot, but I mean, a lot of it was just kind of... I felt like a lot of it was just reaching for straws. Or just grabbing straws. Is that the phrase? Grabbing straws? Reaching for straws.
I feel like reaching for straws.
Something with straws.
Doing shit with straws.
Something with straws.
Doing stuff.
I felt Electro, or Jamie Foxx's character, was underutilized.
Right.
There wasn't enough of him, in my opinion. Obviously, they were kind of, with him being blue, they were kind of creeping into some Doc Manhattan territory.
Yeah, very close.
So there was this one scene where he jumped into some into an outlet or something like that and came out. At a prison, as a matter of fact, as he was breaking out of prison.
Yeah.
And he was kind of all blue and shiny and stuff like that and naked. And I was like,
yeah, hey, look what y'all going.
And then they decided to give him a what looked like an insulated suit.
Yeah.
But for some reason, that suit goes into the electricity with him. And then whenever he comes back out, he still has it on.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of fun. I mean, it's kind of funny. It was like, dude, that's clearly leather, rubber, or something.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And then, but I mean, it's PG-13. It's I mean, whatever. And
right, you can't be.
I prefer that look because it looked dope as hell.
Yeah.
The costume was dope, and it kind of kind of pushes away the Doc Manhattan or Dr. Manhattan comparisons.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
So that works in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I felt he was kind of underutilized. I felt like they rushed to introduce Green Goblin and Rhino.
Yeah.
I mean, these aren't spoilers because you see them in the trailer.
Oh, yeah, like crazy. It would have been a time probably 3 or 4 months ago where it would have been like, oh, I didn't know they were there. But now it's like, yeah, it was obvious. And that was what I think, even before, a lot of people went in to see the movie, was like, oh, crap, there's a lot of bad guys in this. Is this going to
be another Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, is this just going to, water it down? Which was kind of, we knew what happened in Spider-Man. We've seen it. It was very, I guess you could say for them I give them a little bit more credit because they did that. As far as, putting in that many different villains. And I would say, in a way, pulling it off right after we seen what happened with Spider-Man 3, to have the balls to be like, all right, we're going to do 3 big bad guys in the same movie and have Spider-Man go at it. You would have think they would probably been like, we need to keep it a tone down, one guy, maybe a half a dude, maybe just an angry and one angry dude. And that's it. And just have him whoop upon him for 2 hours. It will be good. But yeah. Crazy stuff. I know, like I said, the whole plot shit that happened.
No.
It's, which I knew that was fucking happen. The funny thing was, now
if you read the comics, you kind of knew something was going to
right, and that's kind of the first, I guess you could say, where I was like, I pretty much figured this is probably what's going to happen. But I guess the dead giveaway from me was before the movie even started shooting. One of the first casting calls they did was for a funeral, and they needed multiple age people for a funeral. And I don't know if they went as far as to say for one of the main characters or for a young girl or something like that. And I was like, what the, like, dude, you just gave away the plot. But I guess somebody would have to literally look for that to understand exactly what's going on. But I won't say anything else. So don't try to put them pieces together if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so Spider-Man, we'll say, I don't want to start rating stuff. 7.5. No, I say, like you said, I was worried. I still have to see it, actually see it. So I kind of feel bad about that. But yeah, so, I mean, it's been some good stuff. A lot of good movies have came out. A lot of movies are coming out. There's so much stuff that we've missed. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Before we end this segment, which we've gone like a long time, one, what do you think about the bat suit? Affleck's.
It looks nice. I want to see. I'm kind of. I'm trying to see how they're going to play that out as far as in color. I mean, if the movie's in black and white the entire time.
Oh man, that would be insane. That'd be crazy if they did some stuff like that, like make it real, like just off the wall, just black and white. Like every time we see, that'd be funny. Just for some random artistic, just completely out of left field shit, they just like shoot the movie, and every time you see Superman, it's in color, and every time you see Batman, it's in black and white. Be like, what the hell is going on? Like, am I tripping? No, but yeah, I like the suit. A lot of people didn't like the short ears, using the short ears again. Which I like that.
It seems practical.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
It kind of got, like, as far as the short ears, it kind of gives it a Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns look.
Exactly.
Oh, which, go figure. Yeah, Batman versus Superman.
Right.
Whatever.
They changed the name, didn't they? It was
no. It's not that
they didn't change it, but they added something.
They added something, which is corny.
Blah, blah, blah.
And like the funny thing was, like, there was a video that was going like, well, there was a couple of names listed, and it was blah 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 blah. Blah. It was like they gave like 6 different names.
Yeah.
As far as what they could have titled it, and they were better than what they got now. It was like Batman versus Superman. Darkness. I want to say Darkness of Light, but that makes no damn sense.
It was something like that. It was Darkest of Night. Darkest of Night.
No, because that would have made sense. But no, something of darkness.
It was something dark. Yeah.
There was
some other ones. Yeah, there were other ones that were better.
There was a lot that were better.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. It just seems very marketable.
And the fact that
marketable.
If it's supposed to be a Superman sequel, why has he got second billing?
Yeah, I know. That's crap. Maybe that was one of the agreements.
So
a lot of people, I guess, it's not a mystery, or it's not a secret that a lot of people like Batman over Superman, and maybe they know that too, so they're kind of trying to put in like, hey, he's here, aren't you glad he's here? And we came to Superman's party, but I'm glad Jimmy's here, because Superman sometimes can be an asshole. But I mean, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I like the fact the way the Batmobile looks. It looks like they're going back to
Tumblr.
Yep. Okay. No.
Well, not a little combination of Tumblr and the
combination
classic.
Tumblr, yeah, the classic. Yeah. That's why I say combination of the classic. Which, yeah, it's awesome. Side note, I watched.
I was thinking of Arkham Knight as far as the Tumblr look.
There was a Batman marathon on the other day. I mean, I'll get the juice. Get the juice. Give it to Gammy. Ask Gammy for juice. My daughter busted in again. Sorry about that. She's like, close the door. She's got to close the door. Hold on.
Edit and post.
All right, we're gonna edit that. You ain't never gonna hear none of this. Oh, and we're back.
And we're back.
But as far as the Tumblr old school Batman. No, but the side note, that's what I was gonna say. The side note was I was watching the Batman marathon the other day, and they showed like all the old ones. And I was watching Keaton's Batman again. And man, it was one of the first things we said. We was watching. Me and my girlfriend was watching, and she was like, "Why did it look so dark?" And like that, she was like, "Gotham sucked ass back then. Like it looked like shit. Like the only time, and it was true. Like it was like back then the way they did like the comic book movies was like they almost brought the way in a comic book you have to make the animations as over the top and very in your face as possible to get across exactly what's going on. That's what they did. They brought that over into the movies. So like the kind of like draw between like seeing the rich main bad guy and seeing like just the regular city streets. The city streets look like shit. But like when he was like around, like when Michael Keaton, when Bruce was like around like him, the rich guy, or like mingling with the rich, like it looked clearly better. And it was just funny seeing that. Like you kind of got that, like they brought that directly over from the comic books. A lot of the goofy, like the weird shit, like the way Penguin looked. I mean, look at the way Penguin looked in that compared to the way Penguin looks in Gotham.
The TV show.
Yeah, the TV show. Yeah. If y'all don't know, Gotham is a TV show that's coming out. It's awesome.
This year, right? Fall?
Yes. I think it comes out the same round as Constantine, which is another good show. Looks pretty good.
And Flash coming out.
Fuck, dude.
Like
Flash.
DC's killing it TV-wise.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do show run. Constantine, Flash, Gotham's coming out, and then on the Marvel side we have Agent Carter, Luke Cage. God.
Well, when that are you talking, as far as Luke Cage? Are you talking about the Netflix deal?
Yeah, the Netflix deal.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
does that count?
I said TV. I was doing a TV run.
I mean, does that? Does Netflix count as TV? Well, I mean, you can't really call it a movie either because it's supposed to be a series, isn't it?
But it's a series. It's a series. It's like it's gonna be like 17 episodes
of each of these characters.
Exactly.
And then,
but the way they're writing them is within mind that people will binge watch them. So that's kind of like a long ass movie.
All right.
Which is nice.
Okay. So yeah, Luke Cage, Daredevil, which Daredevil will be first.
Yeah, Daredevil's first. That's the other one.
Yeah, Daredevil's first. Then maybe Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and I think it's Jessica Jones is the
Jessica Jones. Yeah, that's the other one. Those the main four are Agent Carter, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones are the confirmed ones.
Well, okay.
Well, those are the confirmed ones.
Agent Carter's for actual TV.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But those are like the four, like as far as like ones that are coming out. 3 of those obviously being straight to Netflix, which will be nice to be able to binge watch. Four of them straight to Netflix.
1 on ABC.
Yeah, that you'll be able to just binge watch, which is cool because like the writers for Daredevil said that they're writing it with that in mind, that people will probably take a Saturday or a day off, sit down and watch it for like 12 hours. Which if it's good, that'll be me.
Right.
I've been doing that with Star Wars lately, not the movies, but the cartoon, which is awesome.
Which Clone Wars? The Genndy Tartakovsky or the one in 3D?
No,
like the 3D animated or the
one that's on Netflix.
Okay. I
the Clone Wars.
I have to double check.
The one that's like the one that stemmed off the shorts. Remember the shorts?
Well, the shorts were like hand drawn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. After that. Yeah, so the 3D. The 3D. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. I love the shorts. I used to love the shorts. I love
the shorts. That's what made me actually really hyped to see General Grievous in the movie.
Yeah.
And then that
happened. Which is, I think they still do him. They do him good in the 3D one. He's still good.
Okay.
That whole relationship.
But he whooped ass.
Yeah, he went on
in the shorts.
Yeah, he used to go, and he does the same thing. Like he always has, like he usually always, if he comes with 2 lightsabers, he kills 2 Jedis and ends up with 4. That's how badass he is.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Same thing in the cartoon. If you haven't watched Clone Wars, watch it. If you haven't watched the old shorts, I don't know how you're gonna find them, but you can probably pirate them. We don't condone that though. Don't pirate this. But yeah. So comic books, craziness, Guardians coming out, the things that we've seen, it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, just so you guys know, we're gonna try to basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna post this to YouTube, audio and video, not video of us, but video of just me playing Watch Dogs or something weird, and then we're gonna layer that. I'm gonna layer that over that, and then we're gonna put it up, and then you can sit there and listen to it. Then we'll also release audio version too. So we're gonna separate it up, try to make like shorter versions with them focused on the main topics. That way we don't get convoluted. And if you like just one thing, if you don't like movies but you love games, if you love games but you don't like movies, then we'll have it separated up so you can actually see it. But then sometimes we'll do the whole show because It's just easier that way. Yeah. You won't have control. We do. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, anything else comic books before we
kind of just
close out?
We kind of spazzed on that one compared to gaming.
Golly, man. And E3's next week. That's the funny thing about it. But yeah, so like we said, crazy stuff coming out. If you have anything you want to see or stuff that you're excited about, post in the comments on the YouTubes, as they call it.
The old folks call it.
Yeah, the old folks call it the YouTube.
You're logging on the Facebook.
Logging on Facebook.
Just add the to it.
Yeah, logging on.
Automatically make something old.
Yeah, if you say the in front of it, then you made it. Then you sound like 20 years older than what you are. Basically, automatically. But yeah, so if that's it, if you don't have anything else, I feel good about that. That was good.
Yeah, it's good.
But I am Kid Swift, of course.
This is Thoroughbred Web.
We will see y'all next time. Well, we'll hear you.
KuntryNoiz.com. At KN_Nation.
Yep.
At Web WEBB859. At KN Kid KID Swift SWIFT.
Yeah.
On Twitter. YouTube KNZ859 or search Kuntry Noiz.
I don't know if this will go on here, but before we close out, I don't know, are we gonna do a literal, like, just the Oaf Discussions YouTube and Twitter, just to have it?
That's a thought.
I'm thinking about we might do that,
or just like kind of how with TV channels they all have multiple shows, so why not just have one channel with a bunch of shows?
So everybody already knows what's there. That'll work. All right. Well, you'll see it. You'll see Oaf Discussions. We might do Twitter though, just so you can post it around.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right. Like you said, once again, I'm Kid Swift. He's Thoroughbred Web. We are out.
Peace.
Catch y'all guys next time. Peace.